Legend of Dragoon, one of the most famous PlayStation 1 RPGs, has finally come to the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 via their emulation backwards compatibility, and honestly, this game just looks so good, it practically feels like a remaster. But I want to just kind of gush about the game, to talk about the trophies, and sort of just explain why this is a very big deal. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, even as this video begins, you can see I have a bunch of gameplay up on the screen. I've been playing it non-stop since the second it was posted on the PlayStation Store today. But let's face facts. A lot of people have not exactly been thrilled with the offerings of PlayStation Plus Premium. This is an expensive service. I think it's like $18 a month, and it's supposed to give you PS1, PS2, PSP, PlayStation 4 games. It's supposed to be this big catalog of new stuff, old stuff, and of course the ability to play games online. But a lot of the wait thus far has kind of been painful. Sony is in a very strange spot because they own these games already, but I guess they're trying to space them out. In fact, I've even seen memes like this over here on Twitter.com. This is John Cartwright of Good Vibes Gaming, and he said, "The good games are finally here, because today we got 3 freaking PlayStation 1 games that are all 10 out of 10 bangers. Wild Arms 2, Legend of Dragoon, and Harvest Moon Back to Nature." Now, what kind of impressed me most, beyond just the fact that this has graphics and save states and a rewind feature, which of course has been in the other PlayStation 1 games, these games all have full trophy support. This is Wild Arms 2's list, but actually what I am impressed about is these are not lazy trophies. Sometimes companies do the most basic, beat the game, finish the missions, and congrats, you get the plat. Whereas here, they actually have thought. They actually have care. They include side quests and hidden collectibles. This is clearly made by the fans, for the fans, and I'm just so happy about that. Now, I kind of want to just talk about Legend of Dragoon for a bit while I have some gameplay up here on screen, because I am still just so in love with this classic game, but truly seeing it all HDified, seeing it just upscaled inside their new engine they've created for their backwards compatibility, it actually has a lot of extra additional detail that I didn't notice back in the day. I grew up playing quite a bit of Legend of Dragoon. I'm not sure this green strategy guide will even show up on camera, but also this strategy guide completely sucks a soft dick in an Olive Garden parking lot, so don't get the official strategy guide. But back in the day, when I was first playing it, going disc by disc, my neighbor was lending them to me one by one while he was additionally playing through the game, and I was completely blown away, not just by the writing, the amazing freaking music, but also just how fun the combat was. But I will admit, I could not see how glorious the animations were. Booting this up on PlayStation 5 today, the first thing that immediately struck me is the main character, Dart, is freaking so amazingly animated. This is way before the age of motion capture. There were no mocap suits in 1996. This was completely animated bit by hand. And watching him swing at knights, break into prisons, try and sneak on carts, or dodging dragons, I must admit, I could not really witness how much of a upgrade this was until now that it's in HD. I can really appreciate just how freaking good this game looks. But also, I do want to give a moment to say, I really enjoy the goofy combat of this. The combo system is kind of hilarious. If you haven't played Legend of Dragoon, whenever you're hitting somebody, and this gets more and more ridiculous as the game goes on, you can just keep tapping specific buttons that appear on the screen. So it'll have you press like X or square or triangle to keep hitting additional blows. Now early on, this is just more combat damage, but as you get more special moves and special suits as you get your Dragoon form and stuff, you can carry out some ridiculously long combos. And now, using the rewind feature that exists on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 back compat, it's kind of funny that if you mess up a combo, to just rewind a couple seconds and fight them again, and kind of so you can get that perfect, ridiculous, completely unfair combo. I'm so happy that Legend of Dragoon is here. I mean, Wild Arms 2 being here is also fantastic. I've installed and I'm going to play that next. I guess I'm just so happy because this feels more like what the service was originally promising. I mean, this is true backwards compatibility. Now, I will say, I actually have different emulators and stuff. I've got a RetroPie hooked up to this TV right here next to me, but whenever I'm playing on RetroPie and stuff, a lot of times, even with that very natural upscaling, a lot of that 1080p they managed to pump out, it somehow does not look as clean as this does. This is why I'm a big supporter of officially buying stuff whenever possible. I am subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium because specifically I am trying to voice my love as a gamer for those old school classics in hopes that PlayStation will keep bringing back more of these gems, dig them up, port them over, let us play them, let us buy them. Now, here's the thing, you can purchase this. If you do not want to buy in a subscription model, which I completely respect, a lot of people at this point don't even want to subscribe to Netflix, let alone something as expensive as PlayStation Plus Premium, you can just buy the game straight up by itself for $10. Or if you've purchased it in the past, like I have, if on your previous account you bought it on something like the PlayStation Portable or the PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 3, your store account actually carries over your ownership. Your store account actually remembers your previous purchases and it is still completely valid. Like when I booted it up, because I've had the same account and bought a bunch of these games digitally on sale a decade ago, which is bonkers to think about, a lot of them I can still play and redeem completely for free, even without that PlayStation Plus membership. This is awesome. Sony, I think you deserve full credit for this. I mean, yes, they probably should have released this sooner. They unveiled this stuff last year, but it honestly makes me happy. It makes me want to see even more stuff like this being put into the program. Not just cool RPGs. I've said this before, they've put the original Resident Evil on the service, and I love that game. Give us the original Resident Evil 2. Give us the original Resident Evil 3. Give us weird, forgotten RPGs. Give us even the original Final Fantasy Tactics or something like that. There is such a huge, massive, amazing catalog of games that exists back on the original PlayStation. I just want to see those games I would love to see those games actually come back and put into this engine to see how glorious they could be, and honestly, how creative the trophies are hopefully going to be to obtain. Also, where are the PlayStation 2 games? I know other people have said this, but the PlayStation 1 representation here, fantastic. Chef's kiss, 10 out of 10, no notes. But where is the PlayStation 2 stuff? Where's the rest of PlayStation Portable stuff? The PSP games we've gotten so far are like Ridge Racer, stuff like puzzle games, Patapon, and as cool as that stuff is, as much as I love those games, give us a bit more range and variety. But I just wanted to ramble about Legend of Dragoon because honestly, I have specifically been begging for this game forever, so I guess it's my duty to suck its dick a little bit. I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Also, I do have to be immature and laugh about an enemy called Assassin Cock. That's pretty good. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.